In the town of Watertown, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston, the second annual Porch Fest is underway, where neighborhoods open their block and host local musicians and bands in the Boston area to play. In the neighborhood where I was stationed, there was a police station right across from the action. I imagine it wasn't hard to crack a case where a noise complaint was coming from. Today, we are visiting 3 different bands and getting to know each one. The first one being Hot Lunch.
You guys are a cover band, and I've seen you guys go from Linkin Park to the Monkees, Britney Spears, Weezer. We had Third Eye Blind. You got a good range, but out of all those artists, which artist, band, musician, whoever, is the hardest to try to sound like or try to get that perfect pitch?
We've had struggles with a lot of different ones along the way, stuff that kind of doesn't make it to the shows themselves. Paramore has given us trouble a lot in the past. Those kids are fast, and we're kind of a band of friends who got together to have some fun. So some of that harder stuff has been left to the wayside.
So Paramore for sure, just because the drums are so fast, and we do have to slow down some of their stuff. But my second one would be Weezer, because in every song that we decide to cover, they have a really weird breakdown, and it's just it doesn't feel like it fits on the song, and it comes out fine in the end, but in the practice room, it's okay, let's run through the breakdown one more time. Drums aren't keeping up with the guitar.
So is that another worry you had when performing here? Was the breakdown where you break down crying, but you break down a Weezer song? Yeah,
where we break down Weezer songs specifically. It's always after a chorus, leading into something else, and it's just always the worst. It's the worst to practice, but we pulled it off. It was okay today, because we usually do The Good Life, and The Good Life has that really weird 30-second breakdown where we spend 30 minutes in the practice room just drilling it over and over again. We could choose easier Weezer songs. We could. No, they don't.
Not even Island in the Sun?
We did that. We did do that.
To my chagrin. We used to be a Weezer cover band is what we call ourselves, and to some we still are, so.
A little bit. You guys just need you even got the blue wall.
We do, no, we really do. Yeah.
Should we pose like it for the end?
We should.
After Hot Lunch, a flamenco pop fusion band named Avanza strolled in.
But why flamenco? What is so intriguing about it to bring it to Porch Fest?
Yeah, so we do specifically pop flamenco fusion. So I've been studying flamenco for the last 8 or 9 years and basically just around the Boston area in general, there's a huge underrepresentation for Spanish-speaking and Latin music. And just with my background in flamenco, and the amount of Latin music that's so prevalent here in the U.S., we thought it would be a great idea to basically kind of combine those elements with my musical background and, bolstering up the, voices and important musical genres that the Latin community has to offer, and basically fusing it in a way that a whole general audience would appreciate. So we translate lyrics from American pop songs into Spanish. We add a lot of Latin musical stylings and flamenco musical stylings to the American pop songs, and we like to play a lot of very popular reggaeton, bachata, and flamenco songs as well, just so we can get a lot more of that sound back in the Boston music scene. Everybody loves Spanish music, Latin music, and we just want to do what we can to help put that message out there. We fell in love, all of us in the band, with Spanish and Latin music, and we just want to make sure it's accessible to everyone, and everyone in the Boston community can get to enjoy it.
Then across the street was a jazz band across the historical Brown House.
Why did the Brown House open its doors today for Porch Fest? I understand it's a community thing, but is there more to it I'm not getting?
Really, I wanted to connect with folks in Watertown. We're already free for Watertown residents, but I wanted to have more days when folks could just come walk through, and I wanted to connect with things already going on here. There's a rich arts and culture district here in Watertown. There's all kinds of events, and I just wanted to make sure that Brown House is more involved as the oldest house in Watertown.
Once everything settled, the local TV station, Watertown Cable Access TV, was hosting Mario Kart 8 with a live band performing, which your boy went to and won.
Porch Fest is a very unique experience, and I don't think Watertown has ever experienced that. And Danielle, was really key in being part of the committee for so I keep calling it Dot Fest because that's my work, but Porch Fest.
What goes behind the scenes when starting something like this?
This is the second year. The first year, it was kind of just a group of people, and I was not even involved in the origination of Porch Fest. It was a group of people. There's actually a very strong arts and culture community within Watertown, and so they kind of got together and said, let's have a Porch Fest. There's a lot of musicians here. It could be a fun time. When we first started out last year, we thought maybe we would get 50 bands, a handful of hosts. Last year we got 70 hosts, about 120 bands. This year 75 hosts, 185 bands, so it's definitely growing. It's an artistic community. People love to come out and see the bands, and it's a different environment than Somerville. It's a fun time, and it's been a great day, great second year.
I want to thank the bands for letting me interview, and I want to thank all the locations in Watertown that held these various concerts for local artists. It was a lot of fun, and it was great meeting new people. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out these bands featured in this video, and please support local artists. And I'll see you guys next time.